it on, well, I'll say you decided, but once you presented us with
You
that
decided.
yeah, you presented it,
Yeah.
and there was no going back after that.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
And it's interesting. And John has a beautiful book that he created for his grandson. And we were talking about covers today. And, the cover can be, it really makes such a huge impact with just a little bit of a change. It really can just, just
it makes the difference.
Everything. It makes the difference. It really does. And John, in this world, the world of children's books and just publishing in general, the old rules don't apply of you can't judge a book by its
Yeah.
Very true.
In this world, you absolutely do judge a book by its cover.
Well, and John, I can say if Tara is giving you advice and a direction to go in, trust her.
She's
exceptional.
Well, thank you.
She's exceptionally good. Right.
Thank you. Thank you.
So welcome everybody. I am streaming over on YouTube, so I'm monitoring over there as well. This is our regular live session on Wednesday evenings. I am a little under the weather, talking way too much. My husband's gonna be so upset that I can't talk. So I'll ask Tara to help out.
Yeah.
So Tara, do you have people that joined today?
John actually, yes, John's joining us tonight because he has a beautiful book that he created for his grandson. It's pictures, photographs, and it's just adorable. And it's about him and his grandson, and grandpa gets a new camera. And so he's got 2 books related to that topic. And then he also wrote what we're kind of saying is middle grade to adult fiction book that he's published on Amazon, and really would like some help on, kind of the marketing end of it, and, how to get a better reach and, that type of stuff. And we talked today a lot about his children's book and maybe a little cover bump up, and, so he's here, but he has a bunch of questions, and I told him that this would be perfect.
This is a perfect spot for that. That's exactly what we want to do.
And maybe take advantage right away, since we don't have a lot of people on. So John, why don't you maybe jump in and start kind of asking April some of those questions that you had when we, and maybe even some new ones since our conversation this afternoon.
Yeah.
I wish I had written a bunch of questions now. I didn't think I would have to talk a bunch in the first one, but that's terrific. I'm excited to be there and value your guys' time. I don't know. There's 2 different things going on. My grandson Grayson's just turned 1, and because we don't get to visit them a lot, I thought, well, what if when I'm out working, I got this new camera that I was given by my employer, and it has a good camera on it. I can't draw. I wish I could draw. I can draw you a Snoopy. It's pretty good, but that's about it. But I can take pictures, and it's something that I like to do. So I just got these ideas together. Well, I can't make pictures for him, but maybe I could tell a story with a lot of photographs in there, things that I think look interesting.
Yeah.
And I wonder what Grayson will think of it, even though he's only 1, right?
Yeah.
But I can just picture, his mom with him on her lap reading him this book. And I put it in language like Grayson the 1-year-old is telling the story. He's writing the book.
Oh, I like
Grandpa said this. Grandpa should, likes to take pictures. He wants to know if I like this picture. And so on and so forth. It's pretty simple,
yeah.
but I like it. I mean, it was fun to do. Except for the part where it gets so crammed in your head that you got to get it out fast before.
One thing that could be really fun to play around with is if you're taking pictures and you have, because with AI art, you can upload a picture and say, take this picture and convert, and come up with like a mixed media form of it. Like you can kind of feed it into AI art, and if since you're seeding the picture, and you're saying, can you turn it into a style, you might find with a little bit of experimentation that you can be illustrating your own book through that.
Okay.
That's a great idea. April, if I could share screen real quick, I just want to show John some just like really simple ways that you can just elevate your cover to the next level and really not put a lot of expense into it. So I'm just going to real quick share and show you all real quick just a couple of simple things. So this is a cover that I had worked on for one of April's clients. The one on the left was the original cover, John, and I just worked up the one on the right. It really, I used the same illustration, I just sized it differently. But the typography, the text and the layout and how it's done just makes it look more professional.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So
totally
we didn't change the spirit of it. We just changed it to make it look more professional. So this is one. Here's the next one. This is from the same author. He had 7 covers he asked me to do. But you can just see that I changed the illustration because it was about joy. The book was about, the girl's name is Joy. The book was about joy. And I felt like this image here was more joyful. So we just swapped out the image and made some, type changes, and it totally changes the book, but still keeps, again, the spirit of it.
right.
Here's another one. It just looks more modern and more elevated, right?
Yeah, if you're looking on Amazon and you're seeing the one on the left, you might say, oh, somebody made that, somebody put that together themselves. On the one on the right looks like, more professionally published, and they're going to sell that much
definitely
better.
has a higher quality look.
Right. This one is my favorite, right? This is about the R from the rainbow, like Roy G. Biv being removed. And this was the original illustration right here. And it didn't speak to that. So I went through the illustrations in the book and found the one that I thought represented what would happen if red was missing from the rainbow. And you couldn't find a more perfect illustration than the one on the right. And it completely changed the book.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
it's so important. Yep.
It's so important. I mean, now it's like modern, it's fun, you get it, you know what you're getting into when you see the book. Here's another one. It just looks more elevated, more fun. Kids want to read it. They want it to look fun. This one I worked on a little bit, April. She just launched this one, as you know. Just changing it, making it bigger, bolder, more kind of pop, just so it pops. This one, he actually didn't go with my advice on this one. He actually went with the original. I reworked it, but to me, Muffin can't hear nothing. Like, Muffin is the cat. So to me, this really didn't speak to it, but the cat looking out the window kind of said to me, he can't hear anything. He's like longing for something. And, so that was one, but here are just some, just look at what the difference of just a different font makes. Nothing else Nothing else has changed,
Mhm.
just the font, right?
Right.
Same with this.
Yeah, and look at the cute illustration on the left, right? It's really a cute illustration, but
Yeah,
when you put subpar text, you know,
right. It
crop
makes a
font.
huge difference. Yep. Same here.
Mhm.
This one is one of my favorites. I mean, this was a hand-drawn illustration by somebody, but all of a sudden it's totally different when you just play around with the text. Anyway, I'll jump off, but I just wanted to just show you kind of a visual of what you and I had kind of been talking about earlier today. So April, go ahead, take it away. So
Yeah.
let me just let you know where John's at. I don't think I don't think the course is where he's at, but I think he's more looking for some mentoring, some coaching. So that's kind of where he's at. Just wanted to give you the backstory there.
Sure. Yep, and that's what I'm here for. So we do have the new author group, which is great if you're somebody that really wants to learn about self-publishing, whether you're ready to do that now or whether it's something to do in the future. We walk you through all of the ins and outs of publishing, and Denise went through it with us, so she has, you know, some feedback or she can share a little bit more. But the other part that the work group does is that there's a great community there. So one-on-one coaching could be really good, but you do miss out on that community. So perhaps there's another way that we can get you connected.
Okay. Very good.
What's your biggest challenge right now, John?
I feel like it's kind of encouraging that I've actually made something, you know, that's in physical form. You know, it's not just I'm thinking about doing this, whatever. But now I'm in Amazon, so I'm in the marketplace, and it's great because, you know, if I get orders, they're out the door towards the customers. But I feel like, again, you know, they're buried, you know, and
So do you have a book published out there now?
I've got Time in a Bottle, which is a standalone. That's my first short story. It's
Okay.
about a 2 hour and 20-minute read. And then just recently I did the two children's books for my grandson. But I think there's value there. So there are two different types of things going on. But Time in a Bottle is, in my mind, it's a movie. So
April, John showed me his, not to interrupt, but John showed me his children's book for his grandson, Grayson's grandpa got a new camera. It's really, really adorable. And I really love the direction that he went in. It's like photographs that he's taken that his grandson finds interesting. And I think with some formatting and some different layout, it could be really, really incredible.
So you think John needs a graphic designer at this point, Tara, or?
Why don't we look at this together? So what did you say it was called? Grayson's grandpa has a camera?
Yeah, you can't see anything on Amazon. The listing, don't hate me, John, but I don't know if he uploaded it correctly. But he has a physical copy like that he can probably hold up and show you.
yeah, let me see if I can. I'm sorry, I'm on the old 2012 laptop, so bear with me.
No worries. John, what's your last name, John?
Lyles, Liles.
Okay, let's see if I can find it that way. No.
Grayson's grandpa got a new camera. I think you can find it that way, April.
Okay.
I don't know if I've got enough light here.
Okay.
Axel,
yeah, I got it. I found it. So why don't I
Good.
why don't I share and we can look at it together, and maybe we can help with pulling some things together. So
April found it online, John.
Okay.
So are you guys able to see when I've got?
Yes.
Yeah, I can see it.
Uh-huh.
Oh, let's just, we'll just take some time and do like just a little review of this and maybe get some feedback for you. First of all, what a cutie pie.
Mhm.
It looks, when I look at this, it looks to me like something that is great, like to share with the family.
Yeah.
But like Tara was saying, to upscale it so that it can be a little bit more professional, definitely fonts will be helpful. Let me just go and take a look on the inside and see if I can browse it or not.
Well, that one might not let you do it.
Here we go. Oh no. I just had it.
How about the read sample?
Yeah, that's what
There
I clicked on and it,
Oh,
there we go. Okay. So it does have, Grandpa had some fun taking photographs that he thought I might like. Oh, so that's about it. It's not
Front
showing.
and back cover, that was it, huh?
Yeah, so you can increase the look inside. I'm wondering if I could take this image.
it looked like you could use a subtitle also, kind of give a little bit of a description in regard to what the book's about.
That's good. That's good advice. Yes, because a subtitle is definitely going to provide people with more information about the book. I think that the title here does a good job of explaining it, but let's see. Grayson, Grandpa. I just want to save this. And I'm wondering if I ran into Discord.
Oh, you're going AI.
I just want to see what happens, guys. You're gonna have to bear with me. You're gonna have to bear with me because it's been a little while since I jumped into Discord, but I just wonder what it would do with this.
See how we play, John?
We like to play. We like to
Yeah.
play.
I don't know, while you're playing, I don't know, one of those I might have put in an ebook, so I don't know if you got Kindle Unlimited,
Mhm.
but
Yeah.
I think it's that one. So you punched up the paperback.
Yeah, and it's okay because I do have Kindle Unlimited and I'll take a look at that, but
I think there's a separate listing for that, but it only shows the picture of his grandson. It doesn't show the cover.
I got you.
Are you guys seeing Midjourney?
No.
We're back to the main page. Grayson's grandpa got a new camera.
Oh, okay. I'm in the wrong spot then. Hold on. Sorry. Share screen, desktop 1. Okay. Are you looking at my
Mm-hmm.
AI stuff here?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. My grandkids have been at it again. One of my grandbabies did that. I don't know what the heck they're trying to accomplish, but I'll tell you, they're doing better with some of this stuff than I do.
They're
Kids are
drowning in ice
amazing.
cream.
That's so fun. Okay, so there is a feature here where you can upload a file. So if I upload a file, which is the one I just downloaded for Grandpa. Okay, so if we put this up here and I say, create, what kind of art, what kind of a style do you like? When I say like Disney Pixar, whimsical style.
Vintage 80s. We talked about 80s.
That's a tough one. I mean, for him, he likes colors. He likes, like, he'll stop for a football game and he'll turn his head because the colors and the action. I don't know, as far as that's a tough question for me. I like, you're saying use the same pictures because but changing them a little.
I'm just wondering if AI
How
would
about
do it.
doing
I'm
like a classic golden book?
Oh,
Okay,
I like that.
I remember a golden book.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe say something about primary colors.
Does like colors.
and I'm not sure whether it's going to
The position that he's in reminds me of a golden book.
It does.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I forgot to use the word imagine. With Midjourney, you have to say imagine. And let me upload that file again. It's been a bit since I've played with AI, so you guys have given me a good reason to do it. So let's see, imagine a book cover based on the attached image with a toddler boy. How old? Like 1 year?
Yes.
1 year old, blonde hair, blue eyes.
Oh, yeah.
Blue eyes, looking forward and smiling. Style of little golden book with bright primary colors. What? I have no idea what this is gonna do. I don't know. I just like to play around.
That's the fun part.
Yeah. So, and by the way, you guys can always go to Discord. It's free. You can go to my channel and you can play around with the AI I've set up in here, and it won't cost you anything. So if you, let's see, little creepy.
Yeah, these look a little milk cartony too. Can you take the existing image, April, and just cartoonize it?
Well, the little boy's looking away, so
Yeah, I like that he's looking away.
this one here is really kind of cute, and I bet we could Photoshop it, and it's like Grayson's grandpa has a camera or something like that, so it would kind of make it look like or similar to the boy. I would love to see us have a an image that is with him looking straight on, because that, you know, it's trying to come up with that's kind of interesting. I'm gonna say,
April, can you try one thing real quick with him in the position that he's in, and just like watercolor it or have a paint effect on it?
I also really like the whimsical style as well. Right now I just clicked regenerate, which means you didn't get it right, try again, and then it's gonna go out and try some more. Let's see what happens here. And I also want to do a mixed media thing too. That's interesting. Primary colors. I mean, it's taking some of what we're saying, but what if I upload this file and let's see, imagine a children's book illustration. What style did you say, Tara?
Just like as if it was like a portrait painting or something like that, like not changing him to forward facing. Use the exact image it is of his actual grandson with just some type of effect on it.
Yeah.
That makes it look more illustratory.
And mixed.
Because I think the whole point of his book is that it's about his grandson, and I think he wants to keep, you know, kind of the spirit of his picture taking
Cover.
You know what I mean, in there, but we just want to make it maybe look a little bit more like children's book kind of thing, almost like somebody painted a portrait of his son in that.
I'm pretty, you know, I think the pictures came out very well for a camera phone, but the value of the pictures come across in the words, because I was thinking about him specifically when I took them.
Yeah.
That's the connection. Whoa. Uh-oh.
Huh. Oh, that's Grayson's grandpa.
Oh, yeah. Hey.
Is that something?
they're really making you 1 foot in the grave.
Well, hey,
You're 1 foot in the grave, John.
if I want to
actually
remain
cute.
anonymous, that's the way to do it.
These are actually very cute, actually.
They
They
are.
are.
Yeah.
I
Mhm.
like them.
I
So,
like them a lot. We got to give you a hat though.
Mhm.
yeah. So, and I mean, you can just play around, and there's a lot of YouTube videos that will help you learn how to ask for what you want, and they'll give you examples like
Mhm.
here, use this prompt and you'll get this, and use this prompt and you'll get that.
Mhm.
Yeah, so let's see, imagine a grandfather age 60, let's say. Um,
I still like you anyway, April.
Mhm.
I'm just
57.
looking at the ones over here
57, don't
directly in
push.
front of me, not you.
Don't
I
push.
will say here, no, age 50,
There you go.
a grandson, age 2, for, let's see, imagine, prompt a grandfather, age 2,
Portrait style, maybe?
style, whimsical, with primary colors geared for a toddler. Let's just see what it comes up with. I mean, it's just fun to
Yeah.
just see what you can create. And if you're doing this for fun, like my grandkids, while this is generating, I'm going to show you some of the stuff we did for fun. That, like over here, we were talking about writing a middle grade story about this little girl. And so we started talking about what might this little girl look like. So I did
Very cute.
a sad 10-year-old girl with brown hair swinging. So she's on a swing, facing forward, children's book cover, whimsical style.
Oh, yeah.
Then Isabella wanted to do something with a polar bear. So she put just a whimsical polar bear. Yes. You can also do coloring pages. So you can say a coloring page of, and then describe what it is you want. When you say thick lines, it will make them thick enough so that it can be colored, so it gives you that little bit of extra thing. And so a lot of
April, this is called Discord.
well, Discord is it's kind of a social media platform, but
Oh,
Discord allowed me to like install the AI, Midjourney AI to it. So I created a Discord channel. I went in there, installed the AI. So if you wanted to do it yourself, you'd have to create your own channel and do it, or you can just come to mine. And so you can go to Discord and search for SPMS, which is my channel. It stands for Self-Publishing Made Simple. And then you can just play around, like, look at this, like, what the heck?
yes.
I know, it really is amazing.
And I had some really cool characters too. I was trying
Oh,
to.
I like that. I like that. I think that might be what John's thinking.
Yes, like right here, April, this right here, the lower left corner,
Yep.
that type of kind of feel where it looks like a photograph, but there's still like some type of effect wash on it. So he's getting this feeling and this emotion from the picture of his grandson, but there's a little effect on it that makes it children's book.
And this we didn't talk about any specific effect here, although so we just said a dog with a little girl watching a stream flow, and it came out like that. Then there are others that
we don't know what gives it that effect.
Yeah, so you can go to the general channels with Midjourney. Let me see. This is Whimsical does this kind of effect. This one is really cool. I don't know
So
which
you
one.
can't just have them, and forgive me because I'm not really that familiar with Midjourney and Discord, but you can't take a photo and just have them put an effect on that photo.
Well, there's a lot of AI. It's come a long way, and it allows you to upload things,
Oh,
and
huge.
then you kind of play around with certain types of images. Now there's an amazing channel out there. I'll try to find it and post the link to underneath this, but where the guy has an image where he uploads, and it's like, this is the character I'm trying to create. So he takes an image of somebody, and then he shows you the prompts he used to create a character, and then he creates that character in a number of different angles and different things, and it actually is quite magical. I haven't done a lot with the illustration side of it, but it's really quite good. And I mean, these are some of the things that we've created. This guy, I have to write a book about. It's adorable. And
Yeah.
I put cartoon character sheet of a goofy, anxious anteater with an extra long nose, whimsical style. And this is what we came up with. And then, so then you decide, you pick, like you say, okay, I like number 2. So you can choose to upscale number 2. Or you can say, I want variations of number 2. So the V variation of number 1, 2, 3, 4. And it will give you, it'll take, like, this one doesn't have these things around it. This one has like a hairier back, right? So it gave me
Right.
a bunch of different things I could choose from. Look at this. This is one of the things that I did to prepare for a discussion with my illustrator. I did a gray grumpy cat walking along the side of a paved street, whimsical style, children's book illustration. So this is a character in the book that Kyrie and I are writing. It's called A Little Labradoodle Christmas. And we were thinking about this grumpy cat and how he really needs some Christmas spirit. And we started imagining what he might look like. So not to replace the illustrator, but to give to the illustrator and say, we found him. Like, this is what the character is going to look like. Now go create that book. But it took us a little bit. We did, walking on a paved street, whimsical style. So we played around for a little while. Look at this.
Oh,
Kyrie
so cute.
Yeah. A whimsical children's book illustration of a little girl riding on a friendly polar bear, joyful emotions. So you can also tell it the type of emotions that you have that you want to go on. And it does.
Right.
Now
I do see like a filter though that Tara is talking about. I'm not quite sure. Is it the whimsical word you think that creates that?
Well, there are, when I go to let me go to Midjourney, and this is another thing to help you learn things. If you go to the Midjourney Discord and you go there, you get to see all of the things that people are doing and what prompts that they're using, because it's let me see, Midjourney community updates. Let's see. Where are all the pictures? Getting started. So it does, oh, welcome to getting started. It gives you instructions. Oh, I know there was always the ability to go in and see what other people were doing. And people would share what they've done, and then you could get the input. Is it info, support, channels and roles? Let's see. Events. They do all kinds of stuff here. Home. There we go. So now I can see it. So you get to see things that people have generated, and then it shows you the type of prompt that they used, and you can learn going through. Like, this is kind of cool. Right, this is kind of like I would call this like a mixed media or something like that. So that could be really cool. But there's so many people out there that are creating awesome things on YouTube, showing you exactly how they did it, and even what prompts. Like, you can just say, they'll even share the prompts. You take that and you go and you change it, just tweak it a little bit, and then out pops something that you can use. And if you're creating things with your kids or grandkids, oh my gosh, what an amazing opportunity. And you saw what my little ones were doing. It's just pretty funny. And because, oh, look at that.
Oh, wow.
Huh,
So
let's see. Is that the one you just did?
yeah. So if I say, let's see, which one do we said it was about a 1-year-old. Which one do you like the best? Let's just show you how it works. Which number
I guess number, I don't like 2 or 4. Maybe 1 or 3, top left or bottom.
Okay, so I
top
want to
left or
say,
bottom left.
give me some variations
Yeah,
of number
B3.
3. So we'll put that together. But you can see, I mean, I'm not doing something that's exactly the same, but it's kind of interesting to play around this. And you know what's really fun? For Isabella and Jackson, they live like 45 minutes away, and they're over there logging into my Midjourney, creating all these things, and they're like, Nana, did you see what I made? So I'm over there like making some things and throwing it back, and then Kyrie's doing it, and we're all kind of just having fun. So now
That bottom right actually looks like a portrait.
so
Yeah.
we take this and we say upscale. U is for upscale, upscale number 4. And now it will take it and upscale it, up level it, so that we can move it forward. You can also say things like create a children's book illustration in the style of Disney Pixar, which is, let's see, imagine, so you always have to start with imagine. Imagine a grandfather, age 50, and grandson, age 1, children's book illustration, illustrated portrait in the style of Disney Pixar with bright colors. Let's just do that. So you can, there's all different styles you can do, and you can learn like little books that'll tell you how to use Midjourney. Some people that are like, hey, here's my 50 prompts you can use for Midjourney, and you get to play around with it and try new things, do coloring pages or whatever. So let's see what this comes up with.
If somehow it could use the actual, those turned out pretty good, didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, when you add Disney Pixar style, it kind of does that really cool kind of effect on it. And you
the
can
bottom
say,
right and the top left.
yeah, so it's kind of cool, right?
Yeah.
So you could actually like create something, and kids can create something. They don't have to know how to draw. They can create things, plop them in a book, and just have fun with it. Like, let's just create for the sake of creating and to sharing with our families, play around, have fun. And if you decide that you want to create some characters that you can then bring to an illustrator and say, hey, can you make this into an illustration? Now there's another person online. I want to just go to Amazon for a second. There's a children's book that I helped to publish earlier this year called Let Me Be Me, children's book. Not Be the Boss. Let Me Be Me. Let me make sure I'm selecting books, because that's probably going to take a little longer. So we'll play here. Let me be me. Samantha. Be me.
Does Midjourney allow John to actually just put filters on the pictures that he has, or does it actually always turn it into something else? more of a, I'll say cartoon for lack of a better word.
I know that there's a way you can take things and turn them into other things. And there's so much AI out there right now, but you can feed it something and ask it to, add an effect to it. There's
Okay.
I would say that there's lots of ways you can play. So this is Help Me Be Me by Samantha Reynolds. And if I read the sample, this is, I had never heard the term mixed media for artwork, but when she was showing me, all right, come on now, show me the thing here. Hardcover, let's go in here. Okay. She was showing me, and we went through this together. Oh, it's not going to show me some things from inside. Maybe if I go to the ebook. All right, here.
You guys, I'm going to jump off. John, it was great seeing you. Denise, it was great seeing you. I will catch up with you guys.
Tara.
John, if you have any questions, please reach out.
Thank you.
Okay.
Have a good one.
Bye, Tara.
Hi, Tara.
All right, so I'm just gonna take a look and see if I can get into this one, but the mixed media type artwork, I see a lot of people, and maybe you can see it here. It takes, some drawings, and then they mishmash it with a bunch of stuff, and some people are even like putting patterned paper around, and then taking a picture of that and coming up with like a really unique illustration from it. They're just like creating paint and pasting things, and it's just really kind of cool to look
Kind
at.
of like a decoupage.
Yeah, kind of like
Okay.
this,
It's
like
beautiful.
it's very beautiful. And the book itself, if you have an opportunity to grab it on Kindle, is really beautiful. And it's really just about helping children feel accepted and be themselves. Oh, look at that. So
Right.
you see, and he's got, before I came into the world. Okay, that's as far as it's gonna let me get. But it's some cool effects and artwork and like smattering things together, and it really was cool. And you can do a lot of these kind of mixed media through applications and things like that. So I think these kind of things will become more popular, but especially for grandparents wanting to do things with grandkids, or kids that are just creative and don't quite know how to illustrate, but they can, they're all playing with these apps where, oh, you got these filters on your face, and all of a sudden you look different. And I mean, they're very easily pick up those kinds of things to do these creative.
It allows them to use their imagination and get creative.
Mm-hmm. Yep,
Absolutely.
So John, what else and you have any other like particular questions you'd like to cover? I've got maybe another 8 minutes or so before I shut down for the day.
A good question. Do I have any other questions?
Hi, AJ. I'm sorry. I just saw you there too. Feel free to take yourself off mute if you have any questions or anything I can help you with.
April, I do have a quick question for you.
Oh,
I'm sorry. Go ahead, AJ.
sorry. As usual, it's a little hard to push my mute button. I had to do it several times. I do have a question, but I just noticed I don't have the character design that I wanted to show you on here. So it must be in the email or somewhere else. I'm gonna have to go back and check and maybe ask you next time. But
or just email it. If you want to forward it to me by email, I'm happy to open it on your behalf too. That's fine.
I don't know where it's at. So
no worries.
I don't know why I can't find it right now. But I do have a question. So I know you said that when you want to get an illustrator, find 3 and get, give them a particular scene. One of the illustrators that I contacted has sent me a character design instead.
Okay.
And that's new to me. It's actually someone that you know. And so, and he says that that's what he usually does first before even trying to even do like a scene or anything, which I guess that does make sense because with the other illustrator I used, I wasn't, I didn't, I wasn't even attracted to the character that was, and so that wasn't what I had
So he's
envisioned.
trying to get your feedback on that character before he goes and does the rest of the scene.
So
yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, so I was going to ask you how common that was, and
I think it's wise. I think it's wise for him to do that, and it shows that he's got some, positive thinking. He knows his own process doesn't work well if he doesn't do that first. So that's fine. Not all illustrators will do that, but yeah, as long as he's not trying to just say here, that's as much as I'm going to do for a sample, because that can tell you something too. Like, oh, okay, that person's not going to give you what you asked for, and they're not necessarily going to follow the directions that you gave them. So kind of measure that, weigh that out compared to what you're getting from others as well.
Right. I actually, I did ask, I did say, well, let me first say the sample was free, and everything. Someone from your list, and someone that we talked about this, it seems someone else is using their identity. But I did say, well, if I get a second sample with the actual background, how much would that be and everything, because this was a little different for me. But I do like the character. There is one thing I like the hair. I'd like some changes with that, but other than that, I do like the character. And I was actually going to ask you about your opinion on that, because when he removed the hair, there was like this shadow effect.
Send it over when you have a chance. I'm happy to give you my feedback, or maybe next time we're together, we can share live as well and get some thoughts from others as well.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome. Denise, you had a question as well?
Yes, just a quick question. Once I receive my my email to publish my hardback and I do my review and approve, how long do I have to wait? Or how much time between that approval date and the published date do I need? This is for the hardback through Ingram.
I know this is not what you want to hear, but it depends.
Okay.
Depends on the time of year, and this time of year, it is much longer than it has been during other times because of the holiday season. There's a lot more traffic, a lot more people doing it. So it has to go through these processes where it gets reviewed, and then it gets sent over to Amazon, and then Amazon sucks it in. And I will tell you that a lack of patience can come back to bite you in the rear end. Unfortunately, I've had one of my authors who was like, it's not showing up. It's not showing up. What are we doing? Like, we got to call them. And she was calling KDP. And then I said, well, it's been a week. Maybe you can ask, I can request that they resend it, so that they call it rebroadcasting the data, because sometimes things do get stuck. But if she had just waited a little bit longer, because then she's like, oh, it's live. Whatever you did worked. And I'm like, no, it didn't work that fast. What happened was it was already coming. And because we resent it, or we asked them to request, it came off again. And then it started to redo the thing again. So now she's got to wait again. And
well, I have a published date for my hardback of the 21st. And I'm thinking that I'm going to have to push it to the 28th if I don't get the email to do the review and the approval. I don't want to rush it by any means, but in the same regard, I need to know how long do I wait before I change my hardback published date from the 21st and push it out.
Yeah, I would leave the date, because the more you fiddle with the listing, which you've already pushed on, if you start trying to fiddle with it, it's just going to restart stuff all over again. So just let it be. If it doesn't hit in time for the 21st, it ends up being available halfway through the week that you wished it was available, just tell people, oh, it's a soft launch. My actual launch is the 27th or whatever that is. So it's going to be fine. It'll sync up.
So it won't publish the book that I don't want if it's still saying review process or not. It's
You want to share so you show me what I'm looking at just to make sure that I'm understanding exactly what the situation is. I'm happy
okay.
to take a look at it with you and we can just make sure that you've got
Okay.
that I'm understanding exactly the situation. Because normally when you've submitted, it's in processing and you're just waiting for it to come back and say it's ready for approval. Is that what you mean?
Yes, it's title pending revision. And I have a published
Revision is different. So bring that up and let me explain a little bit about what happens when
Okay.
you submit something.
Right, I'll be right with you.
Yeah, when you share, maybe I'll have a better idea. Well, what I will say is if you've got a book already published and you revise something, and then you submit that, and there are orders for that book already, then it will wait to print those orders before it then pushes out your revision, because people ordered it when it was a different version and it can't just stop and sort those things through the new one. So that sometimes you'll see the status of title pending revision. Hold on. This one, no, click on the detail, the title status for me, will you? Miss Carlisle Makes a Wish. Yeah, click on that. It doesn't look to me
that's what it was saying to me on my paperback until prior to me getting the email to review and approve.
But has this ever been published?
No.
Okay, because I'm wondering, I just want to see if it's
I'm not sure what happened there. Oh, hold on a sec. Sorry.
you probably timed out at some
I
point.
probably did.
Okay. Instead of clicking on it, what I want you to do is click on the status for me, because sometimes if it rejects something that you've done, it will push it to that status too, if there's something wrong. So I want to make sure that you're not sitting waiting if it really does need you to resubmit. So click on the title pending revision, the actual status of that. The words title pending revision. Click on that.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so now it's showing it was submitted, it went to proof request, go all the way down, book revision submitted. So it looks like you did submit some stuff, and then it says title pending revision, like there's something you clicked or something that you did that took it out of like its processing status.
Do I need to upload the file again?
I would say let's see if it lets us do that. So click close here and then go into your title, Miss Carlisle Makes a Wish. Yep, click on that and then go back to basic info. Does it even allow you? Oh, it says it can't be edited because of the status. Once the title reaches an editable status. So no, you're good. I think I don't know what is taking so long for it to go through, but yeah, it's not that you didn't submit it, because it wouldn't have this metadata cannot be edited.
Okay, well, then my question is this over here, where I have the published date of the 21st.
Yep.
And let's say come the 20th, I still haven't gotten that email. Is it okay that this date says the 21st?
Yeah, it's fine. And it's not going to let you change it anyway until they figure out what's going on. How long has it been since you submitted it? Was it
the 10th, November the 10th?
Okay, so it's only been 5 days. So I would say a little bit more patience and you should be okay.
Okay. Alrighty then. I'll just let everything.
If a week goes by and it hasn't moved, then I would go click on the support in the bottom right and then try to get them to take a look and let you know what's going on.
I will do that. But both my paperbacks on KDP, Amazon, and also here are both published. So at least the paperbacks are out there.
Okay, yeah, it looks fine. I think it looks fine. If you went in and it was allowing you to upload new files, I would say something happened and it didn't quite submit, but you're good. You're fine. It's just taking a while. It's just the time of year, and not only is Ingram Spark right now slow, but also once the data gets sent over to Amazon and to Barnes and Noble and those others, Amazon is desperately slow. I mean, it's just like, oh, it's taking a week sometimes for Amazon to get it after it's already approved on Ingram.
Okay, so no matter what, no matter when I get that email, I'm not going to change this published date. I'm going to leave it as it is.
Yep, just don't mess with it, because then it's going to restart stuff, and you don't need that. So what if it says, you know, it was published on that day? It's not a big deal. Once it appears, you'll let people know it's there. You can also just publish your paperback on KDP and get that out, so that if people want to buy a print copy, they can buy the paperback.
It is.
And then just let them know that the hardcover's coming. It's just taking a little bit longer than we'd like. And you ordered some hardcovers, like from a printer, didn't you as well?
Well, Praise is going to get me the cover file for Formax tonight. Okay. And Kristen already has the inside files. So as soon as I get that from Praise, she's going to, Kristen is going to do a review, and I'm going to pay her for my order.
So if things slow down and people aren't able to order the hardcover, but you get the print copies, then you can always just tell people to go and buy from your website, or let you know that you'll take the orders and send them out for Christmas. So that'll be easier to do. But hopefully it'll all work out. It's just sometimes you really need to start earlier when it comes to these things. I try to get things published for the Christmas season. I like to target August, and then if you miss it and you hit September, you still are all set and it's ready to go. You can have it still, you know, with a November go live date. That's okay, but all of the things are all worked out ahead of time. And I know that was not easy this time through, just because of the nature of the time of year you were publishing as well. But yeah, in the future, I would target July, August, because that's
my plan for my next one. Yes. Have it done by then.
So John, it was nice meeting you. Thank you for joining me. AJ, Denise, thanks for being here. And I will catch